Let's get into some interesting facts about this movie, guys.
No, wait.
Let her know what she's working with. That's the way to do it in a loving way.
Hey guys, welcome back to Androidvision.
Don't ever trust a grown man with a puppy in the park.
What'll they do next?
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown. Couched in a soft bun. And garnished to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger.
Welcome to Androidvision, brought to you by the Intestinal Fortitude. We're here to pump you up. Hey guys, welcome to Androidvision, your February 2021 edition.
Yeah, it is 2021. We made it.
6, episode 2.
We're still here.
The month of love. It's a good month of love. So we have some really good, fun things lined up for you tonight. A nice PSA on syphilis. How to stay safe out there in the streets.
Because nobody wants syphilis, especially not during the month of love.
Let's stay away from me.
No. Well, you just have syphilis. What he does with his syphilis is he just walks around with a box of tissue and just pats it down like a runny nose. You know what I mean? It's just constantly dripping.
I could reach it myself. I actually lick it quite often.
What's it taste like? Buttered popcorn?
No, I like armpit.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Lovely. Just lovely.
That's good. So, be prepared tonight for also one of my favorite under the radar underground, not even underground, but just one of my favorite sequels of all time, Fright Night Part 2. There's 2 Fright Night Part 2s, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So, we're going to do this fun PSA. There's no syphilis on the blood here.
Good. Yeah, well, it was,
There could be. I mean, it dried up.
Did you, test it?
We will have to rehydrate it. So what I could do is I could scrape some off with the razor blade. I could put it on a little napkin with a drop of water.
And then get a, Petri dish. I'm not sure if syphilis actually grows that way.
We could rehydrate it and see if it comes back to life. You know how when you put a fly in the refrigerator and it dies and comes back to life? We could see if that happens with the syphilis here.
I've never put a fly in the refrigerator and had it die or come back to life. Most of mine stayed dead.
You should try it sometime. So
we'll try that.
So up next, American Social Hygiene Association, if they're still around, maybe they go by under another name or got bought out by another company, presents With These Weapons, the story of syphilis. That's right. It was the war on syphilis, kind of like we have the war on COVID now. Everybody's getting behind it.
Or the war on drugs.
Yeah, well,
we have lots of wars.
We're calling your patriotism into question if you don't fight the syphilis. Kind of like COVID. If you don't calling your patriotism into question if you don't fight the COVID.
It's a losing battle.
It's a losing battle, exactly. So, grab your chicken nuggies and your chocolate milky, because up next is you're gonna learn how to fight syphilis. We'll be right back.
In 1905, a scientist, Fritz Schaudin, made one of the most important medical discoveries of the century. He discovered the Spirochaeta pallida, the germ of syphilis. Syphilis, the greatest plague of modern times. The positive identification of the syphilis germ was the first great step toward the conquest of this devastating disease. As a mason builds a house stone on stone, so science builds knowledge on knowledge, bit by bit. Only a year after the discovery of the syphilis germ, Bourdet and Wassermann developed and gave the world the first blood test for syphilis. Syphilis could be diagnosed. Then, 4 years later, in 1910, Paul Ehrlich, in his 606th experiment, produced salvarsan, now called arsphenamine. This drug, when injected into the body, kills the syphilis germ. Ehrlich's brilliant success crowned the achievements of Schaudin, Bourdet, and Wassermann. Syphilis could be cured. But medical science, never satisfied, marches on. Treatment was further improved. In 1922, Levaditi found that bismuth aids in the cure of syphilis. Hundreds of other scientists added to medical knowledge. Until today, the diagnosis and treatment of syphilis are efficient procedures known to physicians everywhere. In spite of the fact that a cure for syphilis has been known for 30 years, syphilis today is one of the most prevalent of serious diseases, a leading cause of sickness and death. In America, more than 6 million people have syphilis, 1 in 20. There are 1 million new cases every year. Why? Certainly its terrible work can be seen everywhere. Syphilis strikes infants, kills thousands. When it does not kill, it may cause blindness, deafness, insanity, or deformity. In adults, syphilis is a leading cause of heart disease. It strikes men and women in the prime of life, makes many helpless invalids. Its victims help fill the ever-expanding institutions for the insane. It breaks up homes, causes many divorces. Wars. Syphilis kills more than wars. Fires. Syphilis costs more than fires, floods, or famines. Why? Why, when physicians everywhere can diagnose and treat syphilis, do we permit this pale spiral germ to continue its devastation? The answer is ignorance. Ignorance is the greatest ally of syphilis. The rich are penalized by lack of knowledge, as well as the poor. Both suffer because they have not learned the simple, hopeful truth about syphilis, that it can be cured and its spread can be prevented. Fortunately, times are changing. Newspapers are aiding the campaign against ignorance. The radio is presenting the facts to millions. Literature is being distributed and read. Speakers are instructing thousands so that they will be able to protect themselves and others from syphilis. Anyone who thinks he has syphilis should go at once to a physician, because only a physician can diagnose syphilis. Early symptoms are sometimes so slight that they may pass unnoticed. The disease develops insidiously. Years sometimes elapse before it makes itself known. A knowledge of the patient's history is the first step in diagnosis. Then follows a thorough physical examination. If sores are found, as is often the case in early syphilis, a dark field microscope is used to determine whether or not the germs are present. An essential part of any examination for syphilis is a blood test. The doctor takes a sample of the patient's blood, seals it in a sterile tube, and sends it to a laboratory. There, the delicate and complicated test is applied. The results are checked and then recorded on individual cards. Only a physician can interpret the results of the tests. When syphilis is found, treatment must begin at once. Early treatment is the patient's great hope of recovery. Cases discovered in the early stages can usually be made non-infectious and completely cured. Even in neglected cases, the disease can often be arrested and suffering relieved. Modern treatment usually consists of injections of some form of arsphenamine and bismuth, which can be taken without interfering with the patient's daily work. Treatments must be taken regularly and persistently. Injections over a period of a year or longer may be required for permanent results. The patient must also follow the doctor's orders as to food, proper rest, and particularly his precautions for protecting the health of others. For syphilis is a catching disease, especially in its early stage. Transmitted nearly always by close body contact, it spreads from man to woman, from woman to man, from husband to wife, and often from mother to unborn child, as it claims its million victims a year. Since any syphilis infection is always linked to one or more others, doctor and patient must cooperate to bring under medical care the person who is spreading infections. For treatment makes syphilis non-infectious. The treatment of a single case may prevent the suffering, disability, and perhaps the death of no one knows how many others. With the medical profession as the spearhead of the attack, the fight against syphilis is well begun. Physicians are more alert than ever to discover and treat infections in all persons under their care. Free clinics, hospitals, and health departments provide medical care for those who can afford to pay only small fees or nothing at all. Health agencies contribute by helping to trace infections and by teaching syphilis victims how to prevent the spread of infection. Many states now require that every expectant mother be examined and her blood tested for syphilis, a most important step, for it is one of the miracles of medicine that modern treatment prevents the transmission of syphilis from mother to unborn child. An increasing number of states require that before marriage, both bride and groom have an examination, including a blood test for syphilis. And similar laws are being pushed in other states, for government has found that millions now spent for the support of institutions for victims of syphilis can be saved. Industry, too, is beginning to realize that war against syphilis is tremendously important. Compensation costs, costly accidents, and labor turnover, often chargeable to syphilis, can be reduced, and so many industries are encouraging infected employees to secure treatment. But the work has only begun. There is much to do. Government and citizens have a tremendous task ahead. Schools have a responsibility to teach youth the ways of health, for 75% of all syphilis is contracted before the age of 30. Churches can do much by instilling high ideals. Parents can guide, protect, and instruct growing children. Communities can provide facilities for wholesome play. And communities, too, must enforce laws which protect youth from degrading conditions. Yes, there is much to be done, but thanks to medical science, thanks to research workers, physicians, and public health leaders, all of the weapons for a successful war against syphilis are at hand. Syphilis can be diagnosed. It can be made non-infectious. It can be cured. Only one more thing is needed to defeat the germs of syphilis: knowledge of the facts by every man and woman. With widespread knowledge and with these weapons, America can conquer syphilis in one generation.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. I hope you learned how to fight the war on syphilis. Don't be putting your penis where it doesn't belong, or if you're going to, just make sure you're wearing a condom. Don't be putting your vagina over or on something where it doesn't belong, unless you're going to be wearing one of those women condoms.
I think they call them like dental dams.
I don't know.
I don't understand how they work either.
Saran wrap.
Pretty much. That's kind of what it looks like.
I mean, me personally, I've had 6 abortions. Not me personally, but I've paid for 6 abortions. I'm not the biggest guy to be.
Apparently, the pull-out method did not work.
You know, it did work.
You just didn't do it.
I did it.
Why did you pay?
But I didn't know when you put it back in after you pull it out, it can still get
What's
pregnant.
wrong with you? There's an amusement park right down the street. There's so many roller coasters.
So yeah, the pull-out method. I mean, it works, but it doesn't work, and I don't know. I do my best.
It was
right?
not properly employed, apparently.
No, it wasn't. I'm just like, here we go. Sorry. You know, it happens. And so, you know, and then the female did you call those dental dams?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've never had personal experience with one.
Oh.
But yeah, all I can figure is they were like a piece of plastic that you put over that area.
Interesting.
I don't see how they were in any way effective,
No.
and they do not prevent pregnancy.
No, they don't.
Fun fact, that's what John Travolta was running around with in Greece, that fucking car.
Oh.
That saran wrap is supposed to be, you know.
What they were supposed to wear for condoms?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I apparently missed this scene in Greece.
Let's take a look at it next
Yeah.
time.
Will do.
Yeah. Stranded at the drive-in. Remember he got stranded at the drive-in?
Oh yeah, I've seen it like 5 times.
Because she wouldn't...
I think we inflicted it on my child.
I was inflicted with Grease and Urban Cowboy and a lot of fucking movies like that. So I feel bad for him.
Travolta's an American fucking treasure.
He almost was an American gigolo, but he wanted to turn it down because he thought it would tarnish his career. So they gave it to Richard Gere. And look at fucking Travolta now. Now he's doing fucking KFC commercials dressed up as Santa.
Yeah, but he never got a gerbil.
No, he didn't. No. Well, fucking Richard Gere, he should have tied that fucking dental floss to the gerbil's tail. And, you know, he wouldn't have been caught in the fucking, you know, operating room with a dead gerbil in his colon. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
I've heard of that. I did not know it was associated with him.
Yeah, Richard Gere apparently had a gerbil crawl up his asshole because gerbils, what happens is inside the men's butthole is the, whatchamacallit?
Oh yeah, I know all about it.
What is it called?
Do you want me to show you?
No, well, no, yours is alien-like though. But what is it called? You know, when they do the test?
Prostate.
The prostate. So apparently the prostate looks like a gerbil's mom's nipple. So they go to it and play with it and try to suck on it, and then it just makes you fucking. And so Richard Gere was trying to do that, but he didn't tie the dental floss around the gerbil's tail because that's what you're supposed to do.
Uh-huh.
Because you got to pull it out, or it's going to get lost up in there.
That just sounds painful. I'm just
Well,
saying, didn't somebody win a Darwin Award for like having a mishap with that happen?
Richard Gere.
Did he really? Was it?
Yeah,
him?
yeah. And then the next room over, Rod Stewart is in there because he drank a gallon of cum. And he was getting sick.
You don't get
The
sick
fun
from that.
facts.
I'll just let you know that right now.
I would not know. Okay.
You wouldn't?
No.
Oh, that's good.
You could.
I know other things.
Only a teaspoonful of cum for you. All right, guys. So up next, 1988's Fright Night Part 2. It's a vampire film, and it's a direct sequel to Fright Night, the original Fright Night movie, which is fucking amazing. So basically, 3 years after the first film, like 1985 film, 20-year-old Charlie Brewster, he's now in college and in therapy, and he believes that the vampire from the original one, Jerry Dandridge, was just a serial killer playing, vampire cosplay, basically dressing up as a vampire. He now has a strained relationship with the guy who experienced the stuff with him in the first movie, Mr. Peter Vincent, the great vampire hunter who does have a horror host late night show as well, which is really cool. But he experienced the same events as he did. So, they're kind of gaslighting Peter Vincent, and Peter Vincent still believes all this shit happened. But he's now with his new girlfriend, played by the cute Tracy Hill as Alex. And the events from the first movie kind of, like when you throw a fucking rock in the fucking lake and then you have the ripples in the lake. Well, that's basically what this movie is, because things start to happen again in the vampire world for Charlie and his buddies and his girl. And it makes Charlie realize that vampires are in fact real. So when a new brood of vampires do show up on the college campus, which I think they're fucking awesome. I'm sorry, I love these vampires in this movie.
I thought they were pretty cool.
They kind of seem to knowingly inject themselves into Charlie's life. Start fucking with him a little bit, because he pretty much fucked with one of theirs in the first movie. And we'll talk about how awesome this fucking brood is after the movie. There's some really cool things. It's directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, known for Halloween 3. The fucking bomb that came out in the 80s, but is a fucking cult classic now. And he's also known for the original TV's It, which is really cool. And it was written by Tommy Lee Wallace and Miguel Tejeda Flores, who also he also wrote Revenge of the Nerds 1 and 2, which is really cool. Beyond Reanimator, Army of Frankenstein, all kinds of stuff. So this movie's pretty much comprised of the cast of the first one, without Amanda Beers. She was too busy, fucking cashing that fucking Married with Children's money coming in. Evil Ed couldn't come back. Obviously, Jerry Dandridge couldn't come back from the first one because he's dead. So
it's hard to come back when you're dead.
Yeah, it is hard to come back from the dead. So, but we do have all the original people coming back, and it's just I think it's just a fun movie.
I really enjoyed it as well. I thought it was very fun. I'm partial to vampire flicks, so this was...
Did you see the first one?
I haven't seen the first one. I'm going to have to actually go watch the first one now.
Oh, it is...
Or oh,
sorry. All right, guys. So enjoy again. Once again, if you've eaten your first kids' cuisine meal, go grab another one, because up next, Fright Night Part 2. We'll be right back.
Finally, we knocked out all the windows, and sunlight came streaming in, and there was a huge explosion. That was it.
All right, Charles. What really happened?
Jerry Dandridge was a serial murderer, a cult worshiper, kidnapper. He abducted my girlfriend Amy and my friend Ed Thompson, and this triggered a defense mechanism in my brain which caused me to imagine he was a vampire.
And was Jerry Dandridge a vampire?
No, there's no such thing.
How do you know?
Because vampires don't exist. Kind of hard to leave, Doc. I mean, 3 years.
Is a lot of therapy. Charles, What are you feeling right now?
A little scared.
Scared? Of vampires?
No, to be honest, I think I'm scared of running into Peter Vincent.
Yes, because you both thought you saw the same thing. Disturbing, but remember...
No, I know group hypnosis is powerful stuff. It isn't that.
No, he killed your best friend. And even though it was self-defense, you still have ambivalent feelings towards him. We've certainly gone over that.
He's called a few times. I never called him back. Maybe I should. It's silly.
We're all silly, Charles. Look, go see the man. Get it over with. Remember, his fears can't possibly hurt you, can they?
Good evening. Now, I know what you're saying. It's only a movie, right? Wrong. Evil is powerful. Monsters are real. The forces of darkness are at work everywhere. Now, I know. I have gazed into the jaws of the beast. I have felt his claws at my throat. I have seen his burning eyes, smelled his rancid breath.
Where's the script?
Oh, my friends,
Where's the damn script?
There is no telling where...
He's impossible.
He just throws the scripts away, Mel.
Listen, Alex, this may get a little weird.
All of our dates are weird, Charlie.
And now, on to tonight's feature, in which, unfortunately, I do not appear.
And let's go to commercial.
Okay, Peter. Thank you. 60 seconds. Stand by.
Thank you very much. Charlie?
Oh, it's so good to see you again. Listen, Peter, I'm sorry I didn't return any of your phone calls.
Oh, no, I understand. You had to put all of that behind you. Does she know about,
About the vampires, Mr. Vincent? Sorry, I couldn't help but overhear. And yes, I know, Charlie has told me all about the vampires.
Of course he has. Forewarned is forearmed. Now, here. To the unending task of conquering the forces of evil wherever they might appear. So, I'm standing at the top of this staircase. This was supposed to retract. But it didn't. So you see, I almost stabbed him right through the heart. But my dear girl, the very best story of them all is the one that Charlie's already told you.
Oh, no, thank you.
The things that we saw and we did. Oh, I mean, you wouldn't believe half of it.
No, I probably wouldn't, Mr. Vincent.
To those days, gone, but not forgotten. Come along, my dear. I'll get you a wrap. Oh, please forgive me for rattling on this way, but you tell me when you get older, the past seems to be much more attractive than that.
Thanks very much, but no thanks. Well, the fearless vampire killer. Sorry I put you through that.
No, he's very sweet and very eccentric.
You think I should have let him have it? Told him the truth?
I think you handled it beautifully. You spared his feelings. He really does believe in vampires, though, doesn't he?
Let me show you something I believe in.
I'll be right back.
Oh, you want me to go with you?
What for?
Well, just thought you might be a little jittery, that's all. Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on, let's get out of here.
What is it, Charlie? Is something wrong? Because if there is, you can talk to me about it. Really, I want to hear you.
Let's just go, okay?
Okay.
Come here.
Charlie, I think I'd better warn you. I have a 7 o'clock class tomorrow.
People actually go to school at 7 in the morning? That's idiotic. It's insane. It's un-American.
It's Behavior 101, and I have to get up early and study because I've got a quiz, and I'm not exactly acing the
Oh,
course.
no. A B, poor baby.
Good night, Charlie.
Alex. What are you gonna...
I said good night. Geez, Cher, why don't you pull down the shade? Someone could be out there, you know.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
You're supposed to bite her on the neck.
Oh, man.
Charlie.
Alex? Okay. All right, 1, there are no vampires. 2, there is a rational explanation for this. 3, that was very rude. 4, she is incredibly beautiful. 5, there are no vampires.
You're not Charlie.
Yes, I am. I'm Charlie. Charlie Brewster.
But not Charlie Cassidy. Sorry to wake you. I must have the wrong dormitory. Charlie. Do you have a light?
Sure. Yeah. Come in.
Thanks. You mind if I smoke?
Oh. No, not at all. Please do. You?
Got it, thanks. I'd kill for a cup of coffee.
Instant? Be all right? Drink a lot of this during finals, you know? Gotta stay up all night.
You remind me of someone.
Is that Charlie Cassidy?
No, that's my cousin. This guy had a mouth like yours, good lips. And he knew how to use them. Do you know how to use your lips, Charlie? want to talk to you.
Alex.
Charlie, you're white as a sheet.
I wanted to talk to you, too. I'm really sorry. I don't know what came over me.
You didn't seem like yourself at all,
No,
Charlie.
I wasn't.
And, well, after I got through being mad at you, I got worried.
Please forgive me.
What?
Nothing. Just a nightmare. It's silly.
You thought I was a vampire, didn't you, Charlie?
I guess I'm not really over it.
Well, it still has the ability to scare you. That's for sure.
Can I have a bite?
Hydriomena. Nucleofasciata.
Here.
You got a lot of guts crawling into my bed, Miss Young.
Oh, but I've got my clothes on, Mr. Brewster.
Yes. And that is a subject I would like to take up with you at a more appropriate time.
My clothes?
Sex.
Charles, I hope it won't disappoint you to learn this is quite normal. The more we focus on a stimulating object, the more likely we are to review that object in our subconscious, okay?
Just seems so real. She was right there.
In your dream, Charles. Charles, this is someone you saw for the first time in a dark lobby last night. And you say she was very seductive. And that you're more than a little bit attracted to her?
Yeah, I guess so.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Now, look, something to knock out those dreams for a while? See, I got Just say no. I understand. Why don't you get some exercise? Go bowling.
Bowling?
Bowling? Bowling alone?
Doctor's orders, pal. Yeah, I felt kind of stupid at first, but you know what? It's really fun. You want to roll a few?
I don't think so.
Suit yourself.
kind of bright in here for your stud?
As a matter of fact, yes. Doc's right, though. I do feel better than I did before. I'm just so sleepy.
Shoot. I had a surprise, but I don't think you're in any shape to go.
Go where?
Civic Symphony, 8th Row Center, Mahler.
Oh, my God, the pain.
All right, buddy.
No. I'd love to go. I wouldn't want to miss old Gustav.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll take a nap before class. I'll pick you up what time?
I'll be coming from work, so let's say 8.
Brewster.
Richie, what time is it?
7:45. Didn't you have a class this afternoon?
7:45. Good grief! I've been asleep for 6 hours.
Can I borrow this tie?
For 6 years of college and you still don't own a tie? No! The black knit you can borrow, not the blue silk. There's not enough money in $5 rental. Take the blue silk. Who are you trying to impress today?
Art women, bohemian bodies. Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
Season ticket.
You gotta be kidding. Richie. Doing this is ridiculous.
Excuse me. Would you happen to have an extra ticket? I'd be more than happy to buy it from you.
I guess you're in luck.
I guess you're right.
Not a dream. It's not a dream.
Charlie.
Peter, it's happening again. And then she looked at me, Peter. I swear to God, she was smiling.
Yes, well, this certainly does require some thought.
Peter, please, there's no time to think about it.
Oh, yes, Charlie, there is time. I mean, look at the time. If they are what you say they are, and...
If? You don't believe me? You, of all people? Or is it just that you're scared?
Oh, no, that hurt, Charlie. I didn't say I didn't believe you. Look, I live here. I can hardly go breaking into my neighbors' apartments, accusing them of being vampires if, well, what you say you saw was in fact...
What? Was in fact what?
Oh, was in fact something that appeared to be what you say you saw. If
You sound just like my shrink. A friend of mine is in trouble. I'm not going to let this happen again. I'm going up there right now with or without you. And do you mind if I borrow these?
Charlie.
You got a crucifix? What holy water? Garlic?
Yes, oh, Charlie. Fools rush in. I do hope you exercise some restraint for my sake.
If you're so skeptical, why did you change into that?
Let's not get carried away, guys, all right?
It's a party. I know what it looks like, but don't let your guard down. There he is. That's him on the couch. Look how pale he is. Richie?
Brewster, what are you doing here?
We know you're in trouble. We want to help.
Use a Perrier.
I'll get it.
Richie, you can do something about this. We know exactly what you're going through.
Look, man, I drank too much, okay? I'm not an alcoholic, okay? And I don't need a sermon, okay?
Yeah, I wasn't talking...
Okay.
My good man, would you be so kind?
It's the wrong thing to do, Brewster.
I'm sorry. I guess I was wrong. I owe you an apology.
No, don't be silly. You had a good reason for feeling the way that you did.
Man.
Such a thing simply couldn't happen twice, Charlie.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
So soon?
Do you mind?
Of course not.
Will you be in performance while you're in town?
Here and there, nothing formal. I'm mainly here on personal business.
So you're an actress?
Performance artist.
You thought maybe I was the real thing? I take that as a compliment.
Astonishing. Absolutely astonishing.
I'm Regine.
Dear lady.
Enjoy the party.
She's a performance artist. There's a logical explanation. Oh my God, Alex!
You'll have to get closer than that. Over the centuries, one develops a bit of tolerance for some of the trappings.
What do you want?
Let's talk about blood, Mr. Vincent. It's very precious to me. Jerry Dandridge was 1,000 years old when you spilled his blood. He was my brother, Mr. Vincent. Your punishment won't be as severe as Charlie Brewster's. You came reluctantly, didn't you? You're a coward, aren't you? But you will pay, Mr. Vincent. You will pay.
Daylight. I must wait till morning. Broad daylight.
Oh, how about that classical music? Tits, huh?
I don't think he likes you.
That's cool. I don't like him either. It's more like it, dude.
I really appreciate you walking me home.
Hey, no offense, but your boyfriend's really got to be a weenie standing up a dynamite girl like you.
You're sweet. Good night, Louis.
Good night.
You're supposed to bite her on the neck, asshole.
I'm not thirsty right now, man.
Ano Cantodes. Artilleria.
What the hell is going on here? It's happening to me.
I'm sorry. For the last couple of days, I have felt so incredibly strange.
Me too. Maybe it's the full moon, Charlie. I can't sleep. I can't concentrate in class. Look at the time. I should have been in the library 20 minutes ago.
Maybe we are falling in.
I came to college to be a clinical psychologist, Charlie.
Mel! 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 Vampires, quick, I've got to get on the air.
Peter, Chicky, the routine is passé. It's Stale City. This show needed some pizzazz,
No, show. I am not
juice.
talking about the show. I'm talking... My set. What is happening to my set?
Okay, no more games. You're fired.
Fired? You can't fire me. Fright Night is my show.
Well, not anymore, babe.
Oh, no.
Perfect, no?
Can't you see that is just what she wants? So, Mel, please. Please, you've got to help me stop her. Please.
Now, you shut up and listen to me. If I ever see your face around here again, I'm having you arrested and put away. You got that, Mr. Fearless Vampire Killer?
And so I got scared and I went to see Peter, and of course there was a rational explanation for everything. I mean, I knew that all along.
Maybe subconsciously you just didn't want to go out with me.
Maybe it was the culture part. Maybe I was a little intimidated.
Fear of culture. Charlie, that might also explain your fascination with low-grade melodramas. I am so proud of you. It is very hard to explore your feelings.
Wait a minute. What do you mean low-grade melodramas?
Well, I mean, Bloodsuckers from Beyond isn't
Did
exactly...
you see Bloodsuckers from Beyond?
No, but...
Well, then you don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Charlie...
God, it makes me mad when people do that. I mean, you included, Alex. There happens to be some great literature from the field. Did you ever read Dracula? Oh,
No.
It's a great book, Alex. A great book. There I go again. I'm sorry.
I didn't know you were so passionate about it.
There are other subjects I am far more passionate about. Let's have dinner with me.
I have got to study.
I'll bring you dinner in the library. I'll bring my books. I'll study. You'll be an inspiration to me. Come on, let's try it. Just once. Come on.
Charlie! Oh, I'm so glad I found you both. I've been looking for you all over.
Peter.
I am petrified. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. You were right. It is happening again.
Peter, what we saw last night was an act by a performance artist. That's all it was, Peter, an act.
She didn't cast any reflection.
Peter, that's just part of her act.
That is not true. Think of what happened before, what we went through together.
I think you're wasting your breath, Mr. Vincent.
Peter, listen to me. There are no vampires.
I warned you. I warned you.
All natural ingredients. Made the tomato sauce fresh this morning. None of that canned crap. Freshly grated Parmesan Romano. The leanest sausage in town.
Hey, you convinced me.
Bacon with no nitrites in it. Organic artichoke hearts. Oh, yeah. And my special secret ingredient. A whole bulb of garlic on each pizza. Oh.
Doctor isn't in today. Sorry.
Elsewhere in the news, a senior at
Tri-City Community College was found dead this morning in a cemetery just outside of town. No details are available at this time, however, police do suspect foul play. Richard Green, a business and accounting major, was 22 years old. Additional information regarding this case is being withheld by the authorities.
Come on, Peter.
Zootomopsis angusticalis.
Oh. You scared me to death.
Sorry. You look great scared.
It's too quiet up here tonight. It's kind of spooky.
Yeah. I think we're the only ones here, as a matter of fact.
Louis, I'd like to talk, but it's not the right time.
Oh, hey, boyfriend's coming, right? Yeah, well, you know, he really is a lucky guy.
Listen, I've really got to get back to my...
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll come back through here, say, about 9. And if this lucky guy stands you up again tonight, let me buy you a cup of coffee. Deal?
All right. But he's coming. You might as well not waste your time.
9. Okay.
Oh, so you nail her?
Oh, hey, relax, man. This is getting very interesting, very romantic. I have a date with her tonight. Oh, see? Louis hasn't forgotten the joys of good old-fashioned sex, okay? Hey, that's the boyfriend. Hey, I gotta take him out so I can take her out. You know what I mean?
He's not yours. You might amuse yourself some other way. Bowling, perhaps.
Bowling?
Oh, no, you don't. We're all through for today.
You could say that again, partner.
I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. That's when my love comes tumbling down. I'm gonna wait till the midnight hour. When there's no one else around. I'm gonna take you where I hold you. Into the place I told you, the midnight hour. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am.
Dracula? You're reading Dracula?
A great book, Charlie. A truly great book.
You read that whole book since we talked this afternoon?
All of a sudden, I feel like I know you a little bit better. I love your taste in literature. And I'm sorry about what I said this afternoon.
Yeah.
Pia.
Alex. There's something I wanted to tell you, but I can't remember what it was. Something important.
Well, it'll come back to you.
Here you go.
You gotta play to win, Bozzy. Never fall behind, man. In fact, you should always try and pull ahead. Well, hey, it's just a joke, man. It's just a joke. Okay, you wanna play rough with me?
One final touch.
I could live without the television, Charlie.
The guest of honor, Johann Sebastian. Philharmonic via satellite.
Oh.
Channel 28.
I'm impressed.
Ah, Fright Night.
Good evening.
Where's Peter?
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special treat for you. The celebration of a very special, very unique talent. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the new host of Fright Night, Regine.
I know I've seen your face somewhere. What do you do?
Vampire killer.
Say what?
Vampire killer.
Come on, man. What do you do?
What is the matter with you, friend? Are you hard of hearing? I kill vampires.
How'd she do that?
Special makeup.
Oh.
Hey, that was interesting. What is it?
I feel kind of faint.
I'll get you some water. I'll be right back.
Hi there.
I've got kind of an emergency now. You're hurting my arm.
Ooh. Well, it makes your face look real pretty. Tough chick.
Charlie!
Oh, Charlie. He's coming, isn't he?
What's the problem?
No problem, dude. I'm just getting to know your girlfriend a little bit better. Is that all right with you? Come on, dude. It's party time. Oh.
was not group hypnosis.
Okay, Miss Regine, coming out of commercial, and 5, 4, 3.
Roses. If you hadn't read the book.
I would never have known. How can this be happening, Charlie? This is not possible. There has got to be a logical explanation for all of this.
Welcome to Fright Night. And remember, like my predecessor, the fearless vampire killer used to say, the forces of darkness are everywhere.
Wait a minute. Hey, watch
No, don't you stop. Don't stop. Get out.
Quick, let go of her. You don't understand. She is a vampire.
Come on.
Please listen to me. They are here. The future of the world depends on you.
God, that's tragic. I grew up watching him.
It's like he's stuck in one of his old movies. What can we do with him? State hospital?
Hour after hour saying the same thing.
Mr. Vincent, we really care. We just want to help you get better.
Get better? There's nothing wrong. Look, if you really want to help, just go out there, catch the vampires, bring them here so I can kill them.
Okay, Mr. Vincent. Have it your way.
State hospital.
State hospital? No! Oh, no. I'm the same as you are. You are doing something you are going to regret.
All right, son. You can go.
Alexandra.
Oh, Doctor, thank you so much for coming. I didn't know who else to call.
It looks like you got yourself in a lot of trouble.
There's so much to explain, Doctor. I don't even know where to begin. We want to postpone for Charles Brewster.
I'm afraid you're a little late, miss. Somebody beat you to it.
Who?
I can't give you a name, but I can tell you she sure wasn't from around here.
We've got to find Peter Vincent right away.
Late again, miss.
Back off.
What? You're Peter Vincent? The fearless vampire killer. Oh, you're a star, everybody.
What are you doing here?
I am after a vampire, my friend. No, a real vampire, not one of those fantasy ones yet, but these idiots.
They don't believe you, do they?
No.
No, they think you're wacko, just like the rest of us.
You're right.
Yeah, well, they're the ones who are crazy, man. I believe you, Mr. Vincent. I believe you.
I'm sorry, Doctor. I know how far-fetched all this must sound.
Getting someone released from state hospital is no small matter. As an aspiring professional, you know the compromising position this could put me in. You're generating a lot of anxiety for yourself, Alex. Why don't you do some deep breathing? Come on. Again.
Doctor, I don't think there's a train.
I think you've been under a lot of stress lately.
Well,
What you need is a nice, long rest. That hurts. This feels terrible. In your inexperience, you didn't push quite hard enough. I don't suppose you could accommodate me, Alexandra. Never mind. I know something of what you're feeling, and it's important for you to experience that. I'll take care of it myself. I think I got it. Here we go.
I need to see Peter Vincent, please. He's just been admitted.
Come back tomorrow. All the doctors have gone home.
You must let me in. This is a matter of life and death. I'm Mr. Vincent's doctor.
You here for the movie?
What?
The Peter Vincent movie. You know, he's got to get out of here so we can kill a vampire.
What?
You know, you never give me a chance. Whoops.
Where's the doctor?
I'm the doctor.
And I'm Smokey the Bear, honey.
Don't mess with me, lady. I have had 10, that is 10 full sessions at Engelberg today. At lunch, I talked to Jumper down from the bell tower at City Hall. I have got a patient who is in the wrong hospital. Now I'm going to get grief from you because I still look like a teenager. I've got some ID. Do you want some? What do you need? AMA card, National Association of Clinical Psychologists ID number, Diners Club. Nurse, while I check the patient, I would appreciate it if you got his transfer papers ready.
Doctor, this is highly irregular.
Just do it.
Hello, doctor. I'm not happy that you lie to me, liar. Everybody's a crook. Everybody's on for crimes. Talk to me. Walk with me. Where are those? Walk to me. Talk to me. Love it, boy. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mr. Vincent, you can go kill your vampire now.
One meets friends in the strangest of places.
Mr. Vincent,
They call me Peter.
do you think Charlie is all right?
I don't know, my dear. It is war. We must prepare.
Now, we need holy water.
Holy water.
We need communion wafers.
Communion wafers? You mean this stuff kills vampires? Am I gonna go to hell for this?
I'm just borrowing this. I promise.
Soon you'll taste blood for the first time. Soon you'll be one of us. Do you know why I've done this to you, Charlie Brewster? Because soon you'll be immortal. You'll live forever. And it's forever that I'll torture you.
All right. This was from Scream for Your Supper. Blood Feast on Broadway. Here. Oh, it's from Jaws of the Vampire. Beast of Budapest, Fangs of Fear, Carnage Castle. Oh, they don't make them like that anymore.
No, we forgot the rope.
Oh, this is from Creatures from Carpathia. Oh. Look, what are we doing? I cannot go dangling from a rope like Tarzan.
But if we don't try,
I don't think this is a very good idea.
okay?
It's me.
Richie. You're dead.
Yep. Got off the slab at the morgue just to be here tonight. It's great you're joining up. I really mean that, Charlie.
How could this have happened?
I know Regine's pissed at you, but she has a great sense of humor. It'll blow over. Like some hot tea?
No. Thank you.
You tell me eventually I won't want to eat or drink anything. I suppose I'll miss that.
Richie, why weren't there any puncture wounds in your neck?
What? At the party? Makeup. Piece of cake. Well, I thought you might.
this little piggy went to the market. You better hang on. Charlie! This little piggy stayed home.
Bullseye, dude. This way.
Welcome to Fright Night. Are you thirsty, Charlie? Come kiss me.
Charlie, no. Charlie, please listen to me.
It's time.
Charlie. Charlie, don't do this. Charlie. Charlie, I love you.
Charlie.
Did you hear me, Charlie Brewster? I said I loved you.
like she's ripping that thing apart.
Yes. Ripping out the floor. She wants to go down.
Down where, Charlie?
Coffin. At the bottom. I remember now. At the bottom. We've got to hurry. Somebody's got to go down there.
No. Wait till the sun gets higher.
It'll be too late. Sunlight will kill me. Or I'll have to follow her. I've got to go down and cut her off. You close in from the top.
You can't face her alone.
You go with him. I'll take care of this end. Now, hurry. Go on. Go.
Come on, Charlie. You didn't think I'd let go that easily, did you? Very naughty, Charlie. That coffin's many hundreds of years old. You've destroyed it for me. But one mustn't get too attached to material things. And besides, I've plenty of other places to hang my hat. You just don't know. Convenient access to miles of tunnels. Looks like your friend's given up. Goodbye, fearless vampire killer. Time to go.
I held on as tightly as I could, keeping her in the light, until finally she went up in smoke. Well, and you know the rest.
Yes, I certainly do know the rest. Only, who am I gonna tell it to?
Well, try me. I'll believe you. No rational explanation required.
Charlie, what if there are more of them out there?
Forewarned is forearmed, as Peter says. We go on with our lives, duly fortified. We rent an apartment together. Maybe get married, maybe make some babies, maybe buy a farm. You know, I'll get a mule, I'll buy a banjo. Sure.
Takes practice, you know.
Playing the banjo?
Making babies.
All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. I hope you enjoyed Fright Night Part 2. I don't know. What'd you think?
I thought it was great. But once again, I like vampires. I think they're kind of cool.
Yeah. This movie, unfortunately, didn't have the success as much as the first one. It was planned to be theatrically released and, you know, be a huge movie. But there's a really weird, interesting fact about this movie. All of the movies, planned promos, theater runs, everything like the art, you know, all those big billboards that they would put out in the 80s were completely canceled due to live entertainment chairman Jose Menendez being viciously murdered by his two sons, Lyle and Jose. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So he, you know, he was an entertainment guy, and this really put a damper on the film, and I mean, whatever movies he was involved with, and basically that happened to this one. I remember being a little kid, going to the video store and, you know, renting movies and just seeing the white cover with the lips and the eyes. And I mean, there's a couple covers for Fright Night Part 2, but this one in the video store is just a white cover. And I actually have it on VHS, but do you have the VCR?
I don't have a VCR anymore.
Aw.
I actually upgraded.
Son of a bitch.
Not Blu-ray.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, anyways, that's it. Went straight to VHS, which is fine. I mean, to me personally, it still holds up with the first one. It's in the same universe, same vein. Let's talk about Regine, the vampire in this movie, and their brood. So, Brian Thompson, he was the ghoul, the caretaker. You know, the guy who drove the limo or the car, and he would name the bugs before he ate them.
Yeah.
Okay. So Brian Thompson was like the bad guy from what was it? Stallone's Cobra. You know, Stallone's Cobra. He was also one of the bad guys in a Van Damme movie. He's been all over the place, but he was named Boz because he kind of looked like Brian Bosworth from, you know, Stone Cold. And John Grease as Louis the Werewolf also played another werewolf in Monster Squad. Mm-hmm. So it's like 80s werewolf guy John Grease, which is really funny because he was like the escaped mental patient who had like a crush on Charlie's chick in the movie.
Yeah.
Which was really funny because he's like later on to be Uncle Rico, if you guys remember. So yeah, in Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, I don't actually think I've seen that movie.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. One of the coolest aspects of this movie, and I knew it when I was a younger guy or younger kid watching it, that the vampire, like the other vampire in the movie, Regine's like buddy sidekick vampire on the roller skates, was like purposely supposed to be trans. Like this is like the first time that they unapologetically used a trans character in a movie like that, which I found completely fucking awesome. Because didn't say one fucking word. Mm-hmm. Was beautiful looking, but yet masculine and scary. And the scene of them going down the hallway with the fog and the fucking roller skates is fucking dope.
Are you talking about me?
No. Yeah, let's talk about you. But another cool part about this is Julie Carmen, the one who plays Regine in the movie, studied Chris Sarandon's character, Jerry Dandridge, like his moves, his mannerisms and everything, just so she could, you know, she was supposed to be his sister in this movie, just so she could play, you know, like-mindedness of Chris Sarandon, her brother that died. So I thought it was really cool. The original, which is really, really fucking cool, and this is kind of like an update, original director and writer Tom Holland, who did the original Fright Night, has confirmed that he's writing a direct sequel to Fright Night called Fright Night Resurrection. As of 2020, that's what he said. So this movie is going to kind of be taken out of the canon.
They're going to pretend it didn't happen.
Didn't pretend it didn't happen, but look, that first fucking Fright Night's gold. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. You know, I don't know. Sometimes it can be hit and miss with these guys. Like Alex Cox, who directed Repo Man, went and tried to direct a movie called Repo Chick with entire green screen.
That sounds terrible.
Don't watch it.
I
it's
won't.
so fucking bad. It's so bad, dude.
So bad I didn't hear about it, so
yeah,
I'm good.
I didn't get it. So, all right, guys. Up next, mail time with Sam. All right, it's mail time with Sam. 3 questions for our month of February. Kind of love, romance. I don't know.
Because February, Valentine's Day. I don't know when.
The 14th.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't.
Wasn't it the 16th?
It's February 14th. Every month.
Oh, this is how much I pay
Someone
attention
hasn't
to
been
Valentine's
treated.
Day.
Someone hasn't been treated nicely on Valentine's
I
Day.
buy my own Valentine's Day gifts. Thank you.
There you
I
go.
have a fully stocked wine cabinet and lots
What-
of dark chocolate and a bubble bath.
Is the is the bottom level of the wine cabinet stocked with D cells?
What are D cells?
Batteries.
No.
Just D cell batteries.
No, that's the behind the books on the top shelf.
Ah,
of my
gotcha.
bookshelf.
Nice.
My top shelf is where I keep all of my dirty books. I noticed it was in a Zoom meeting when I was anyways.
Did one of your things start buzzing and knock all the books off during your Zoom meeting? You're like, oh my god! Your books fall down, and you're like, I promise, that's the extra cell phone I keep back there that's buzzing. All right, cool. Let's get into these questions here.
Okay, question 1. What movie shaped the way you look at love as an adolescent? This is from Jamie, your biggest fan.
What was that Tarzan movie with Bo Derek? I know what you guys know what I'm thinking, but that was it. That I thought that the blonde, beautiful woman would fall in love with the man just because he was a man.
It affected him so much he can't remember the name.
Yeah. Tarzan the Ape Man. That's what it was called. And Bo Derek fell in love with this Anglo man that happened to be living with apes, and he was all huge and buff, and he just threw over his shoulder, and she was the damsel in distress. And I thought
Typical damsel in distress.
I thought that's what it was, like a man.
Ladies love that Tarzan, man.
Yeah,
Tarzan's pretty. The most recent incarnation of Tarzan is pretty.
Well, the cartoon
Eric
one gets me
Skarsgård.
going, man.
Is that the one with Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers? That
I
Tarzan?
have no idea. Eric Skarsgård.
Oh.
True Blood.
Yes, True Blood.
Oh, okay.
Because vampires.
There's another.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, Tarzan the Ape Man. There you have it.
I don't know if I have a movie specifically that actually shaped the way I look at love.
Toy Story.
It was probably I watched a lot of horse movies.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Little Red Riding Hood. Wait, what?
I watch a lot of horse movies too.
Yeah. Well, it's the only thing that you can get behind.
Or in front.
Yes, exactly.
Consensual.
Yes.
Can't say nay to that.
Just gotta get a bucket. Stand on that 5-gallon bucket.
Oh, poor horsey. Okay. Second question, dude. You're the only dude here.
Yes,
so
I
we're
am.
gonna go with this as
All
well.
right. Well, hey, I don't assume. Whatever.
We've been over this before in season 2.
Yeah, if you're a chick or a dude, don't matter as long as you are good with yourself.
Can you remember a movie where the killer played a flute? He looked like Ted Bundy. I saw it at my grandparents' house as a kid on late night cable television, and this is from Cousin Robert.
Oh, Cousin Robert. Hey, what's up, buddy? I think it was a movie starring... Who's the guy in the beach movies with Annette Funicello?
Frankie Avalon.
Yes, Frankie Avalon. Yeah, it was a movie. Frankie Avalon was the killer, and it was called Blood Song. Yeah, I remember. It just came to me. Blood Song. Yeah, he played a flute because he was a little kid who played a flute, and his mom was fucking her lover, and the dad came in and fucking shot them both, and then shot himself, and he was just playing the flute the whole time. So when he grew up, he played the flute and wanted to kill somebody.
That's perfect use for a singer, Frankie Avalon.
Yeah, he's trying to reinvent himself. He's trying to get out of that fucking beach blanket bingo fucking shit. Yeah, he's trying to get out of that shit. So there you have it. So yeah, that was it. Blood Song. Check it out. It's a pretty bad version on YouTube. I'm pretty sure.
You can find most things on YouTube.
Yeah, Blood Song. That's it. So.
Okay, question 3. Hello, Androidvision gang. What's your most romantic vampire film? Not stupid, not action-packed, but erotic, romantic vampire cinema. From Gothhammer.
All right, Gothhammer. I'm going to go with the last one that I saw that was kind of romantic, and it's going to be Kiss of the Damned, I believe.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I know there was one that I thought that was really romantic. I wouldn't call it erotic, though. It had the chick who played in Kick-Ass as Hit Girl.
Oh.
And she was a vampire. Yeah, that one was kind of cool. I like that one.
That's a good one.
Lost Boys 3.
The Tribe. That's a good one, yeah.
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, I love that one.
That's a sexy one. That's cool. I found a pretty cool, interesting fact about that Gary Oldman hired a vocalist, like a vocal coach, to help him deliver the lines in that movie because the way he delivers the lines is almost, very.
I've crossed the oceans.
Yeah.
You beat me to it.
Yeah, very operatic, but not. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like talks but sings. It's weird the way he did it.
I don't know. I was like a teenager when that movie came out.
And you came in your pants when.
Well, I did that, and I was also frightened too.
Were you?
There's some scary parts of that if you're a kid. Such a pussy.
I know.
Go fuck yourself.
My worst memory of that movie was I remember I was sick and my dumbass decided to eat a handful of mushrooms and watch Bram Stoker's Dracula.
God.
I had a fever at the same time.
I don't think that would be a good
like,
combination.
Fucking movie. Like, why did I eat fucking shrooms? Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Completely bad trip. So, anyways, Kiss of the Damned. It was actually made in 2013, 2014. It's a pretty sexy vampire film. I'd highly recommend it. It's a fun one. I'll try to. It's on Tubi for free. Do you have Tubi?
Ooh, actually, I do. You know what other one I liked, which is going to get me booed by everybody? I liked Queen of the Damned with Leah.
Get the fuck out. I'm just kidding. It's not bad. I mean, it gets a little funky towards the end, but it's not bad. I didn't mind that. The soundtrack was okay. We're talking sex. Unless you find Wesley Snipes sexy.
Like, I mean, if you're looking at,
Ryan Reynolds.
sexy.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
And Jessica Biel.
They were sexy. And fucking Wesley Snipes was rumored to be such a dick on that movie because they were over fucking starring him in that movie. He was so upset by these two fucking sexy young actors being there, and there was talks of the Blood Pack movie, shooting off from Blade, and they just said he was a complete asshole the whole time to all of them on set.
Oh my god.
He didn't get Ryan Reynolds' jackassy humor either. Like, so whatever. But anyways, yeah, that's my movie. So all right, guys. So we'll see you next month in March, and we're gonna have Ejaculus come back on this episode, and he's got some thoughts on some social hygiene. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
What do you think?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. All right, guys. We'll be right back.
February, the month of love. I thought I'd come and tell you guys a little trick to help your partner out. Sometimes genitals get a funk to them. And if you love them, you don't want to tell them. So what you gotta do is you gotta get down in there. You send your hand first. And if they got balls, you get behind them. And you dig in there. You explore the space. Get in that vagina. Then you bring your hand up. And you kind of catch a whiff. Now, personally, I love an aroma that slams my teeth shut, but that's not for everyone. So if it's a little too funky for you, ever so slightly, just rub it across the top of her lip, just right there under her nose. Let her know what she's working with. That's the way to do it in a loving way without saying it. Also, you know, you don't want to give up on your New Year's resolution and eat too much bread. Don't eat pussy during a yeast infection.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed spewing with Ejaculus, and I hope you don't get sick or STDs just from him spewing it all over you. Was he sitting where you're sitting?
It's wet.
Is it a little wet? Well, I'm just saying, just be careful, because his ejaculates have been known to be like, the smartphones. His ejaculate is smart, and all it has to do is just sit on a surface, and it literally smells moist vagina from 12 inches away. So it's just going to crawl to the nearest
It's a good thing I'm wearing layers.
Yes, thank you for that, by the way. So, Ejaculus, clean up after yourself. All right, guys. So we'll check you guys out next month on our March edition of Android Vision. As always, you can submit questions or just submit whatever you want to our Facebook page, and you can get banned as many times as I have. You can find us on our Discord server, or on our Android Vision Discord server, where you will not get banned, but you will see lots of disgusting stuff.
Yep.
Puke, shit, bugs crawling in ears, double penetrations. What else? Double penetrations.
Yeah.
A lot of those.
Can you eat
Photoshopped Gal Gadot porn?
While going on the Discord server?
You can eat whatever you want going on the Discord server, as long as you can hold it down. So.
Yeah, well, and technically, you're on Discord on your own personal device, so if you can't hold it down, you're cleaning up your own vomit.
Yeah. If you never dropped your phone in the toilet with a stew of vomit and diarrhea, then you ain't living. That's all I'm saying. So you guys can always follow me on Instagram at AndroidVirus and Androidvision_. So anyways, you guys know where to find me. We'll see you guys next month. Good night.
Good night.